I have to tell you, I was dead set against it until I understood it. I was dead set against it till I understood it. I am for healthcare, but I was not for the forgiveness of student loans. And now that I understand it and who it's for and what it's for, I'm for the forgiveness of some student loans, not for all of them, not for people who just decide not to pay them back, for people who've been paying them back, who took jobs that are never going to make the money enough to pay them back. And I am for that. I believe that it's the only way we're going to get social workers. Is the only way we're going to get educators. It's the only way that these people that are taking these jobs that are never going to pay them enough money that still want to do it. I believe in that. But I can't say that I'd vote for Biden.
But I also agree with you. But timing is kind of key. And right now we're the most in debt that we've ever been as a country.
We waste money on way more frivolous things than that.
That's my point. Is our president? Yeah, our president currently is wasting that money, and then.
But let me ask you a question. Do you think we're wasting money on Ukraine, or do you think you do?
100%.
Right. But don't think that there's a reason why? You don't think you think we're doing this because of ego?
It also comes out of the defense budget. It's not like we're like taking
money out of it, right?
Yeah, but like a three, I think they said 3 or 4% of the defense budget.
What I'm saying is that like I don't know all the answers. I don't think we ever will. But there's a reason why we want to be. I don't think
it's an energy war right now. The reason we're in Ukraine is because we're fighting for who's going to be the energy leader.
Okay, but you don't think
that
that's important to be?
No, it's not important because
I think years from now we will look back on Ukraine and go, I can't believe we gave them all that money. I can't believe we did that.
But we didn't really give them money. They're just money laundering. And the defense budget thing is an interesting argument. When you start to see that our defense budget, if you're looking at a whole pie of money that we pay in taxes, and then they're just saying, oh, we'll take out this little sliver that you already paid us and give it back to you. It's kind of like
I'm not saying it's an argument. I'm saying that's where the money's coming from.
Yeah. Well,
it's not like they're like canceling programs or we're not gonna build the roads because we're paying for Ukraine. It's the money's coming out of the defense budget.
And this whole thing about being in Ukraine, all these wars, it's all over natural energy and natural gas and unlimited energy. And we're all living in the Stone Age. China just said that they have nuclear reactors that are the size of microchips. Private companies are creating little mini nuclear reactors. This whole thing is about wind, solar, water power. That's all garbage. This is all garbage talking points because they're just funneling money around between countries and everybody's like, I want,
I don't like when I bring up a point you confuse me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You confuse me now with facts or
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
even
crazy.
Conjecture. I don't really know what you have.
If we stand by and do nothing though, and Russia takes over that area, that can't be good.
But so it just depends on what perspective you want to look at it, right?
The perspective of now we're in Ukraine. Now we own Ukraine.
Yeah, but we already owned Ukraine. NATO and the UN and NATO is us. We have Russia completely surrounded. They have nowhere to go. So right now what we're doing is we're depleting Russia of all their resources. China steps in, India steps in, and they say, we hate America also. We're going to help fund. So now Americans being smart, we go, okay, we're just going to start all these proxy wars. We're going to wait for all these countries to get run down. We blow up their pipeline so they no longer have access to natural gas. They're buying that. Yeah, they're buying our natural gas from us. We have this big new Green Deal that we're trying to spread everywhere. Meanwhile, America has one of the biggest lithium mines in the entire world. We're literally just waiting for all the other countries to go bankrupt so they can't do anything, and we can step in and go, oh, by the way, we have all this lithium, all this electric energy.
All right, so then we are once again in control of everything.
Not Americans, not the people. Here. Yeah, the elites are just going to be more elite.
The elites continue to run this country.
And look at our country.
So what's going to change?
That's never going to change.
That's the point that I'm making. That's the point that I'm making is like all this stuff that they're talking about.
I think your point there is it doesn't matter who's president.
Right. Yeah.
Really. I mean, it's the same. So that's why I say I'm looking for myself, for my money, my 401k, that type of stuff. Everything else that comes with it, that's all going to happen regardless who's president. There's going to be all these, problems and stuff. But how it affects me is my money.
I also want to get this on record before we lose a bunch of listeners. If it comes down to a Biden-Trump thing, I'm voting for Trump. But I'm bringing up things that I'm thinking about.